Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As I said before, as a convert and as growing up in South London or any part of London, I find a lot of brothers and a lot of non-Muslims for some reason walking around, with a big chip on their shoulder, with a big screw face, like they got something to complain about. You know what I'm saying? And it's strange because, these people are basically walking around like they got a hard life. And then they never had one hard day in their life. Because you'll find a guy here, the night before, he slept in a nice comfy bed, with nice comfy sheets, nice comfy pillow. In the morning, he had a nice breakfast, nice drink, you see what I'm saying? He sat at a nice table, but for some reason, when he comes out of his house, with his face screwed up, with a bop, with his headphones in, listen to his gangster beats or whatever, and this, that and the other. If he's in his car, he's blasting at his gangster beats, and it's got gunshots in it and this, that and the other. And for some reason he's walking down the street screwing everybody. You know what I'm saying? And because people are getting killed regularly, I just want to show how stupid this is. Because this guy, he'll be walking down, like I said, he had a nice sleep in a nice bed, with nice covers, nice pillow, had a nice meal in the morning, favourite cereal, favourite drink, you see what I'm saying? Sat at a comfy chair. But when he comes out of the house, he starts screwing up his face, He starts bopping hard, like he's homeless, or like he's got no money, or like, what is it, or like his eyes ain't working, or his ears ain't, like he's got actual real problems in his life when he ain't got no real problems in his life, It's like he didn't have to eat from a garbage, he didn't have to eat from a rubbish bin, he didn't have to eat from a waste site, He didn't have to sleep on a park bench, but he's walking down the street, because he's got this music blasting in his head, and he remembers some scenes from some movie, and he's walking down the street in quote unquote his ends, and then he comes across another a guy like him, you see what I'm saying, basically same thing. Slept in in a nice bed, nice sheets, nice pillow, had nice breakfast in the morning, sat at a nice chair, but when he comes out his house and he puts the music on or he's driving in his car, he's screwing up his face, and then these two guys, when they're walking down the street, they see each other, and then one of the guys, he looks at the other guy, he doesn't recognize him. Now the normal thing for a human being to do, is you looked at someone, you didn't recognize them, so you look away or you change your screw face. But now he doesn't want to look away, even though he's looking at the person with the screw face. He doesn't want to change his face because he thinks the other guy will think he's a cheap, so he keeps on screwing at him, and he keeps on screwing at him, and he's got some Tupac and some Biggie and some Terror Squad and some beats and talking gunshots in his head because he listened to his music, and he says what? And because you're used to living this fake life every day of listening to music, watching Al Pacino, Godfather, all this Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, and all this stuff, you're carrying a knife on you, you're carrying a gun on you. So you say what? You know what I'm saying? When you ain't ready, none of you got a beef, none of you got a reason to have a screw face, none of you got a reason to be upset. And then what you do, you say, who are you looking at? Because none of you will turn away, or none of you will change your face, even though you don't recognize each other, even though, you're just two young boys who live exactly the same life. What do? You pull out the knife and cut each other in the face, or you shoot each other in the face, or shoot them in the ribs, and one of you dies, or one of you ends up getting handicapped. All in the name of nothing, because you were walking down the street with a screw face when you have a nice life and you didn't need to. You know what I'm saying? Over stupidness and rubbishness. You know what I'm saying? So literally over music and films, people are shooting people and acting. It's an act. And then we've got these people talking about my ends. We've got this thing in all of London, South London, East, West, North London, about my ends and my council, all these council estate rules where every week enough people are getting shot, enough people getting stabbed over anything. First of all, I want to clarify this myth, to all of you at home. If you're at home now smoking a spliff or whatever, eating cereal, watching this thing, I want to clarify this to you, First of all, it's not your ends, You do not own any of these areas, In fact, your mother doesn't even own a house. Your mother is renting a house from the council. It's not even forget your estate, your ends. The house you're living into is not even yours, it's rented. So the whole thing is that you can talk about you kill man for this ends and you kill man for that ends and this, that and the other, but your mum is actually struggling to pay the rent, and she appreciates the government renting this place out to her, and you're making her life difficult, and you might even get her chucked out. And I don't know who told you, you lot are killing each other. Basically, you lot are killing each other, stabbing each other, shooting each other. every week, yeah, for stupidness, like over seeing someone who you don't normally see in your end, or stupidness like this. For example, the council, the reason why you lot are killing each other and stabbing each other and this, that and the other is a very simple reason. This is the reason why you lot are killing each other. Your parents came to this country, yeah, and because they didn't have enough money to buy their own house or whatever, the council helped them and they rented your mother a house in this place and his mother a house in this place, rented them, yeah, and now you lot are killing each other because what? Because the council chose to give your mother a place in this place and your mother a place in that place, and you're killing someone else whose mother is in the same situation as your mother and you're in the same situation as her sons. It's not your ends and it's not your, stop saying my ends, my estate, this, that. It's not your estate. That little busted wall that you and your bums hang out on, yeah, if the council come to decide they want to knock it down and build, what is it, I don't know, another set of flats, yeah, they don't come and get planning permission from you. They don't ask you for, they don't come up to you and ask you, oh, should we build a flats like this or should we build a flats like that? It's not your estate. You're talking about it's my ends and my estates and this, that, and the other. Please tell me, when they decide what the rent is going to be, do they come and have a conference meeting with you? When they come and decide what the, what is it, council tax, how high the council tax, do they come and consult with you? Do they ask you for your input? Do they ask you to board meetings? Like, the rent, the houses, the structures, the architects, you know what I'm saying? The government officials, no one comes to you and asks you for anything that happens on this plot of land that they own. So what are you talking about? You're shooting man and stabbing man because he came into your ends and this, that and the other? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? What are you going to do if the council decide that they're going to knock your blocks down, build some private flats there and move you to Peckham or move you to Brixton and this, that and the other? What are you going to do? Fill out application form to fight for that gang now? Like at the end of the day, simple things. You should be appreciative that at the end of the day that your mum is poor. She's renting a place, yeah. You're happy. Yes, you are happy. You are happy that the government has given your mum a place to rent out so that you can live on. Because if it wasn't for them, you'd be a rude boy sleeping in the common with no home. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this killing each other and stabbing each other, why is it? It's because you've got a screw face. But why have you got the screw face? You're not homeless, yeah? You don't have to eat from rubbish bins. When it rains, you've got a house to stay in. You've got a roof over your head. When it snows, you know what I'm saying? You've got a roof over your head. You know what I'm saying? You have heating in your house. You have covers in your house. You have soft furniture in your house. So why have you got a screw face? You didn't come out your mother's room with a tattoo on the side of her neck, you know what I'm saying, and teardrops on the side of thing, and you know what I'm saying, a gang name on you, like this, that and the other. You know what I'm saying? You're watching these movies, you're listening to these tunes, yeah? And basically what's happening is that you're trying to be extra sympathetic to yourself. You're trying to make it look like you've got a hard life. You ain't got a hard life. You've got clothes, you've got food, you've got drink, you know what I'm saying? You've got shelter, yeah? So that screw face is just for, I don't even know where it's from. It's just some beats. I'm making some beats and some films. So at the end of the day, look, I say especially for Muslims at the end of the day, for Muslims, well, Muslims and non-Muslim, all I say to you is this: trust me, if you go around, yeah, stabbing people up and shooting people up because they come from other ends, it's not just that person you're shooting or that stabbing. Every time you shoot someone, every time you stab someone, every time you look at a post office or a bank or you rob any of these places, yeah, and innocent people will get hurt, yeah, you are basically hurting Allah's creation, God's creation. The one that controls the planets, the one that controls the moon, the one that controls the summertime and wintertime. Every time you screw at somebody, an innocent person on the road here, and you pull out a knife and you stab them, you punch them, or you want some quick money, you lick someone down and this, that, and the other. The Creator who moved the sun, yeah, He's angry at you. The Creator who moves, who basically holds all the planets up with no power being taken from Him, yeah, He's angry at you. The one that makes the oceans come, He is angry at you. And I tell you, whether you believe or not, you may get away with it in this life, robbing, stabbing, shooting people up, you know what I'm saying, killing people over postcodes and ends and this, that and the other. But trust me, you see when you go into the grave, yeah, when you go into that grave, yeah, that being that created these planets, you know what I'm saying, this universe and all these great things, the oceans and the tornadoes and everything else, yeah, His anger is restored to when you die. Because you have free will. God hasn't forced you to be a robot and not to screw people, not to walk down the street trying to intimidate people, not to stab people. He gives you free will. So you have free will in this life to do what you want. hurt people, abuse people, be good, give charity, be nice to your parents, be bad to your parents, do whatever you want. But after you die and go into that grave, yeah, and you die, yeah, what is it? Not following the messages you follow, like Moses and Jesus and Noah and all the other messengers, you know what I'm saying, and Muhammad and Abraham and so forth, which were all Muslims, submitted to God. Once you leave this earth and you've lived a life of burning, smoking, killing, stabbing, screwing people, you know what I'm saying, robbing people and gang banging, yeah, and you go into that grave, trust me, just look at the ocean, yeah, just look at the sun. Watch one of them nature programs or them science programs when they show you the greatness of the planets and everything. Just understand that being is reserving his anger for you, yeah, for hurting and destroying his creations for no reason. Because when you screw someone, all you people that are shooting people over this area and that area, you know what I'm saying, because you're from different areas, it's an invalid reason. Because like I said, one, that area all of this earth and this universe, it belongs to God. Two, that is not your area. The council are renting it to you. That is not his area. The council are rented to him. So when you see each other and you kill each other, it's a stupid reason. It's a stupid reason. My house was rented to me in one place by the council, and this house was rented to me in another council. Because of that, I'm going to kill you. You really think you can stand before the creator of the heavens and the earth and the galaxies and everything else and say, I killed your creation because he lived in another area to me. I killed your creation because he looked at me funny. You really think that? Okay, fine. Believe that. But I'm telling you, yeah, that when you die, you go into a grave. And you go into that grave, yeah, not worshipping that being, how all the prophets did, falling down their face and praying like the Muslims did, believing in one God, you know what I'm saying, not having no images in the mosque, not having, you know what I'm saying, the women, you know what I'm saying, covering up and dressing modestly, not walking around with their chest and their bum and everything hanging out and stuff like that, following women like Mary, the mother of Jesus and so forth, like, who was a Muslim. When you, instead of following these people, yeah, and believing in that God, yeah, and thanking him for the food he gives you, thank you for the drink he gives you, thank you for the eyesight he gives you, thank you for giving the hair he gives you. When you just live a life of smoking, drinking, licking man down and that, and you go into the grave, yeah, and that being is frustrated with you, yeah, then you're gonna know, yeah, whether it was right for you to take liberties or not right for you to take liberties. But God has already given you a conscience, so you have to decide. And I would just say for anybody who's watching this film right now, you know, and has any common sense in their head, yeah, I don't care if it's south, north, east, west of London, just remember, yeah, next time you screw someone who's walking on the street, yeah, or you just looking at him think, you're intimidating the creator of the sun and the moon, yeah, creation. Next time you stab someone, you know what I'm saying, who you don't recognize or is in your ends or whatever, this, that, and the other, you are not just hurting that person who you think is the chief of this, that, you are actually taking liberties with the creator of snow, rain, summertime and everything else. So all I would say to you, don't follow the crowd, you know what I'm saying. When you die, the crowd is not going with you in your grave, you know what I'm saying. When you take someone's life, the crowd is not going with you in your grave. When you stab someone up or you slice someone in the face, they are not going with you in your grave. It's going to be you alone and the conscience God give you and the manual he lived you and he set down for you, the Quran, the manual for life and mankind and so forth to follow. He's going to judge you according to that. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you have to choose, you know what I'm saying, whether you want to follow these people like Tupac and Biggie and 50 Cent and Rick Ross and all these fake prophets of music, you know what I'm saying, because if you ain't following the Quran and Jesus and Moses and Muhammad and these people, then you're following someone else, you know what I'm saying. You got that tattoo because some famous person had that to you, you got one on glove on because some rapper had one glove on, you know what I'm saying, you got your eyebrows cut up because some rapper got it cut up, you know, you ain't had much original thoughts in your life. Everything you do, the way you walk, the way you talk, you know what I'm saying, and this, that and the other comes from some rapper or something. For example, you find people in this country wearing New York hats, you find them wearing New York hats, LA hats and this, that. Go to America and see if you find someone wearing a Brookston Street and Peckham hat or this, that and the other. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you're just following them rappers, and then people in America, they're just following the rappers of their own country.